Today is September 20th, 2014. So that means that yesterday, actually, I'm one day late again, was my 3-month dreadiversary. Yeah, 3 months ago yesterday on June 19th. So this is what my dreads look like now after 3 months. Yeah, not too much is different. I went in for maintenance last Saturday, a week ago today. I had my first maintenance appointment, so saw Chris again, and she was actually pretty surprised at the condition of my dreads. Yeah, she had very little to do. There was hardly anything to do at the roots for her, because my hair is basically dreading up pretty much at the roots there, which is great. And basically it's just because I'm fairly regularly, every couple days or so, doing the root rubbing. And really it doesn't matter whether you do it clockwise or otherwise, because I usually do 2 at a time on opposite sides, and so one side's going clockwise, the other side's going counterclockwise, and it doesn't seem to make any difference. But what does seem to make the biggest difference is using the Lock Steady Tropical Tightening Gel. It's great stuff. I don't use it every time. She told me to probably just use it every other time I wash my hair now. And basically, yeah, it's just a clear gel, light gel, and it's totally water soluble and that. Like, basically don't even need soap. When you rinse it off your hands afterwards, just run it under, run your hands under cold water or whatever, or warm water, doesn't matter. And yeah, it comes right off. But it certainly does seem to help, especially at the roots, in getting the hair to lock up and start dreading. Yeah, so other than that, that's basically the only product that I use for the most part. And also, sorry about that. I do use the lock sculptor from Dreadhead HQ, and although you can use it on loose hairs in the dreads and that, I basically don't. I don't seem to have too much of a problem with loose hairs. I mean, there are some in that, but the palm rolling and the tightening gel seems to help to keep that under control too. The odd time I will use the lock sculptor for that, but mainly I just use it for keeping the ends of my dreads blunted, and that the loose hairs that stick out, I use that to pull it in, and it seems to not damage them at all, and it's pretty quick and easy. It's so fine, like you can barely see that there's a little wee hook on the end of it, but it is there, and yeah, you hardly feel it. You just go and stick it through, and it hooks enough of the hair that it pulls it right in, and yeah, keeps everything under control. And other than that, still washing at least once a week, and more often than not, twice a week. And just, you sort of feel when it when it needs it, or if I have something going on and whatever. I do that. Um, One thing that she did do in about the month leading up to the maintenance appointment, I've been doing a fair amount of mountain biking, and when I do that, I have a buff helmet liner and my mountain bike helmet on, and you sweat a lot and everything, and so afterwards your hair is pretty much soaking wet with sweat, and she did say that it is important to palm roll your dreads afterwards, because that's when the loops start to appear. I had a few loops that were starting to pop out, and that's mainly from mountain biking and the helmet and that. But those are under control now, and so hopefully, if I do go mountain biking and that, I'll just try to make sure to palm roll afterwards while they're still damp and wet, and hopefully that will alleviate the problem. Yeah, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah, not a long, drawn out, boring one. I think, like, I could definitely notice that they are starting to get a bit thicker, and I noticed it before the dread maintenance, but I had the maintenance a week ago, so obviously that tightened them up again a bit, just bringing in all the loose hairs and so forth. Yeah, but they're starting to get back to normal again now, and yeah, so all I'll do is spin around and let you see what they look like close up. They are starting to get longer. You do notice it. Yeah, but it's gradual. And when I compare the pictures from month to month, that's when I notice, oh yeah, I guess they have gotten longer. So here we are. Yeah, and so that's most of it. And one other thing I did a few weeks ago, I guess it was 3 weeks ago, I did my first deep cleanse of my dreads. What I did was I filled the bathroom sink with hot water and put in about 3 heaping tablespoons of baking soda and almost an equal amount of sea salt and some tea tree oil, and soaked the dreads in that, and was squeezing them and so forth too while I was doing it. And also, and then afterwards, I stood in the shower and poured apple cider vinegar over my head and squeezed that through the dreads to get the apple cider vinegar all through the dreads, and then I rinsed all that out and then washed them as normal with the Naughty Boy Dreadlock shampoo bar. Did that, and yeah, and then after I did that, I didn't use the tightening gel or anything, and yeah, they did feel a lot different, and so yeah, it was good to get them cleansed with the deep clean. And so yeah, that's basically it. Until next time. So next time will be, excuse me, in a month from now, and that'll be 4 months. So this is the what my dreads look like at 3 months. Okay, ciao.